Hello there, this is the hosting Metal Pedal, back again with another video, and we're back with minelandia transport. So if you haven't watched the first video, I'll link it below in the description, or like the entire playlist if you want to see it all. I've explained it there, on the first video. And today, we're gonna look at the buses. So how this video will be laid out. We'll first talk about the maps, if there are any. Then we'll talk about the rolling stock. Then we'll talk about the lines, and that will be in the in big stations and what they serve, which is like in between the bus line things. I don't know, but let's get right started with the map. So I have no maps of the bus network, but I can show you how it will look like. So on screen right now, you'll see Berlin's bus network map, and this is how it will look like. It'll have it'll have perfect one-to-one scale. We'll have recreation of Berlin with its bus lines, including its U-Bahn and S-Bahn networks. That's going to be true with tram lines and light rail lines, and even national and international rail service lines. And for individual lines, they'll be displayed like this, as shown right here. So, which I'm all gonna draw digitally myself on Ibis Paint. So it's gonna take a long time to make. But now let's get into the bread and butter. Bread and butter. The rolling stock. So starting off with the solo buses. We're starting off with the bus model I kind of regret building, which is the VDL Citea model, as shown right here on screen. They used to be the solo buses of the city, but I have taken them down and replaced them with something new, which you'll see after this. But I left this one just because I wanted to have like a little memorial of the CTS, because they lasted pretty long. And yeah, it's now just white, gray. It's like run by some private dude. And yeah, next model. These are the replacement of the VDL CTS, which are solo buses that are inspired by Volvo. If you haven't heard of them, they're a great company. They create great buses. Here's an image of here's a reference image. And yeah, I think I did a pretty good job of recreating it. At least I really like it. And I prefer them over the CTS. So yeah, nothing much to say. Wait, what? This is a bad angle, but these are made up. This is my made up bus model, which is inspired by Scania, but it's like their little mini bus model that doesn't exist. It's a made up model. I just designed it myself. Maybe here's a reference image, but yeah, it's small. It's there just to serve the extremely worthless lines that pretty much no one takes, and that's pretty much their purpose. So let's move on to the next category of buses. So the next category we'll be talking about are double-decker buses. So we have this one right here that was inspired by MAN's double-deckers, which look pretty alright. They kind of look outdated, but here, Minecraft, I think I did a good job. They are one of the oldest models in the city. They used to have like some weird thick strip in the middle, like around the roof, which I've removed, and now it's just like a flat roof. Roof? Oh my god, I can't English. But yeah, that's the double deckers. And here is a 2-axis double decker. The other one you saw was 3-axled. This one is 2-axled. It's there so that it can serve the lines where 3-axis double-deckers or articulated buses would be hard to put in service. It was inspired of Scania's double-deckers that have ran in Berlin. I think a little bit. I don't think they run anymore, but I'll still put up an image. I'll put up an image for every bus model I show. And there is another model I'm currently building. I haven't placed it anywhere in the city, but I do have one I built on mobile, which is an image right there, and there's its inspiration bus model. That bus is made by Dennis. It's actually quite a recent bus addition to Berlin, and it drives pretty nice. So I want it in my city as well because I like high quality. So let's go to our next category of buses, because that's now actually it with double-deckers. So next on our list are bendy buses, articulated buses, however you want to call them. But we're starting with the one that is actually the dominant bus model of the city, which are these Scania Citywides. Image right here. I don't think they're nothing special, but they're nothing extremely terrible. They're kind of in the middle, so I decided to make them like the main fleet of buses, and I think that's a good decision because, I mean, Citywides aren't like super special. No eye candy, but also no eye poison, if you could call it like that. But yeah, I've recreated it right here. It looks pretty good in my opinion, and yeah, on to the next articulated / bendy bus. So the next and only bus model we're making for the bendy buses are these Citaro Capacity Ls, which are 23 meters in real life. Here's an image right here. They run in Hamburg right now. That replaced the Van Hoods, but yeah, here it is. It has the same amount of doors as the original Capacity. I changed the roof a bit to make it more aesthetically pleasing than just a flat roof. Yeah, it's 2 axes. It's 4 axes long. I can't speak, okay? But yeah, that's that. On to our next category. So our next category are double articulated buses. Let me rephrase that. Our next category are double articulated buses because I do have one double articulated bus model, which is this model inspired from Brazil's double articulated buses. Some city in South America have these. Here's an image right here. They're pretty long. These were actually one of the original fleet that survived. The other bus models used to look trash, but this one survived the entire lifespan of the city, which I'm quite proud. I mean, this is the first real good model I built, and after that, I just continue making better buses. Doesn't mean this one gets replaced. Maybe I replace it with Van Hood, but I'm not really sure. I might just add Van Hood. Who knows? But now let's go to our last category. So our last categories are the oddballs, which are pretty much buses that don't belong into a certain category and actually most of them do not belong to minelandia transport, but I like to show them anyway. So this is my first ever attempt on a coach bus. It's pretty terrible. It's not realistic. But it does have a line because there will be a little coach network for this country, actually, because the country that this city runs is Minelandia. Who guessed it? But yeah, this is how they look like. I am not really proud of them, to be honest. So here is a double-decker coach bus, which I'm way more proud of. It's way more realistic. Here's an image I used to recreate it, and it just generally looks way nicer. My only problem with it is that it's way too long. Like, this can never run on these types of interchanges. Like, if it has to do a turn, it will be a disaster. Maybe I'll make double-decker articulated buses. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm never gonna do that. That's stupid. That's way too heavy and way too inefficient. And So here's a tour bus model. So this is where the station is. I can talk about this little network a little bit. It's not really much a network. So this is like a checkpoint where everybody meets, the bus arrives, and this is how it looks like. It used to be a trolley bus because it was connected to the tram poles, but I didn't really like that. So I just replaced it with the panel with solar panels because who doesn't want solar-powered buses? Like, why don't we do that? I don't get it. But at the top floor, free seats. This guy's recording a tour of the city, and yeah, that's the tour bus. And then, last but not least, we have this weird bus. So this, it used to be just a normal double-decker bus, but I trimmed the top floor so it was only like a really long solo bus. And I don't really think it could be used on any bus lines whatsoever. So I'm just putting it out of service. It's a not-in-service bus. And this is going to be like a retiring bus. Or maybe this might be a bus for rail replacement services. I was thinking about that idea a bit, which I think I might execute actually. So if there are any rail replacement services needed, these buses will be the replacement. But at the moment, I have no use for this guy. I just have them. Yeah. One half is completed, which are the rolling stock. And now let's talk about the lines that the buses run on. And there's no better way of starting bus lines is with the bus stops themselves. So this is how almost all bus stops will look like in New Minecrafia. It'll have a pole like this, and a little box where you can have at least 2 people sit in. You have your information right here, and the street name right here. Some variations have the line number here and the street name there, but that doesn't really matter. So this is Placement Street, which is the terminus for 3 lines. This 744, X74, and 620. And we're going to start with the 744 line that will go from Placement Street to the airport. But at the moment, it goes to the light rail station, Mercury Road. So we're going to follow that line, including the X74, which is like the express version of it. So it starts off here in this like downtown area with these big towers. It will go straight like that, going through these taller buildings. CO2. It will go under the highway, through this interchange. It will go straight into this pedestrian street where there's a marked bus lane with a tram. Ooh, cool. And this is its second stop, which is Aqua Street, which you have seen a lot on this channel. There's the light rail station. There's the Aqua Tower. It's a lovely place. This is where the line really starts. And this is a stop where also the X74 starts. After that point, the X74 goes straight to the airport. No in-between stops. Not even at light rail stations. But we're just going to follow the 744 for its stops. While we're going, I can talk about the rolling stock a bit. So mostly articulated buses, double articulated buses, and capacity Ls. And of course, double-deckers as well. But that's pretty much the rolling stock for that line. And we have reached the next stop, which is Aqua Street Flower Way, which you can change here for the tram. I already did a video on it. It's pretty cool. It's right at this interchange. Then the bus just continues on this street. It will just follow this entire street to the end. So that's how it will work. Look, a double articulated buses. But this is its next stop, which is Mercury Road, which is where the bus is currently at its limit. So it obviously serves as light rail station, another tram interchange stop. It's currently not developed because it's quite a recent area I built. So I still need to fill in the buildings and stuff. But yeah, that's the 744 and X74. Now let's go to the third line, which is the 620, which is back at Placement Street. So I'll see you there. So the 620 it'll go from Placement Street to Scotland Road one day, but at the moment, its terminus is I think Cloudy Way, Flower Way. Yeah, there you go. So let's start the route. So it obviously starts here yet again, but at the interchange it takes a left, and it will enter its next stop pretty soon, which is Placement Street, Gother Road, which is this nice little market area, a little bit outside of these tower areas, just to collect some people from here. And there's an accident happening right here. I forgot about this CTA right here. I'll forget about it. I will replace that with a Volvo soon. But yeah, an accident happened, so there will be a reroute, which I'll show you after I get to the next stop. But this bus will continue this way along. We'll take a right turn onto this street, ending up at its next stop, which is Fazbear Street, which is obviously right next to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, because I built it during my FNAF phase, which I'm not in it anymore, but I still take a little peek at it from time to time. Wait, what was it again? What was this video about again? Buses? Oh yeah. But yeah, it serves this road, which is one of the very, very, very few very, very rare streets that have no bus services whatsoever, because there's just a parking lot at the end for bicycles, not cars anymore. But anyway, after that it will go straight through this interchange onto this road, underneath the light rail, which there will be a video coming next, which will be the next video. And then after a little while it stops right here at Fazbear Street, 344th Street. So this is 344th Street because it's not really that special. I might rename it because it starts having some development over there, but at the moment the only reason why it exists is this cafe here, which I've built in here. It's pretty nice in my opinion, pretty cool, but yeah, that's all it. Then we'll move on. Oh look, there's a police chase scene. Oh my goodness. And then we'll arrive at the station Flower Way, which is an interchange station with the light rail and the ring line services, which are underground. And otherwise it serves nothing. The bus will take a left turn here onto this thin road. Oh, look at our articulated bus. And it'll go onto this pedestrian street, which only buses are allowed to enter, and emergency vehicles, of course, but no one else other than pedestrians and cyclists. And then this is where its terminus is at the moment, which is Cloudy Way, Flower Way, which will serve a bunch of office buildings. Obviously has no development, but it'll get there. And then it will take a right turn and go that way to Scotland Road. But that was the 620 as of now. So let's go on to the next line, to our next terminus. So right here we're at Central Station, which is the terminus for the X62, 162, 102, and 202 bus lines, which are quite a lot. It's quite an important bus stop. We're going to talk about the X61 and 162 first, because these are pretty short lines as of now. So both lines will start here at Central Station and then go to Pastry. The difference between is X62 will go left, while the 162 will go right. And the X62 will be an express service, so it won't stop on every single stop. So we'll start with the 162 because it's a line that I pretty much forgot about. But how it pretty much works, it will exit Central Station, go on to the right, not stop at this bus stop because that's for other bus services, and it will just go straight into the next stop, which is Cloudy Way, which serves this tram and this like apartment block. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. Nothing special. So let's just move on quickly so we can get this video as short as possible, because I do not want to edit for an extremely long amount of time. But next stop is Central Street Magma Road, where it currently terminates. It will go to the left and serve these roads over there, but at the moment it's pretty much stopped there. So for the X62, it will exit its terminus and go on to the left side on this road, on this bus lane. It will skip this bus stop and then go instantly right. It will go along this street. It won't stop on this stop. And by the way, I forgot about the rail replacement service. Oops. I'll do that at the end. So last chapter will be rail replacement services. There you go. That's how the video will be structured. But yeah, it will go right and stop at this stop, which is Vesper Street, Gother Road. It served this flower shop, this gym, and this bowling alley, and then some of these buildings, but that's it. Then it'll just continue on its journey past these buildings, past the school, because it doesn't stop there. It will take a turn right here, go over this nice and lovely bridge, following the tram, and then end up at Woodland Street, which is its current terminus. So this is an interchange station with the tram and the ring line services right here, which again, light rail video will become next. But I'll have a break because I still have to do maximum potential for Garden Warfare, because I promised Citron weeks ago and it didn't happen, so I'll have to do that. But otherwise, that's it. So before we go back to Central Street to talk about the other lines, I'll just briefly go over the 783 because it's pretty not special. So we'll just start here at Woodland Street. Go straight this way or the other way. All these routes I'm saying, they either go my way or the opposite way. Then it'll take a left turn, and right now it will stop at Gother Road, which is a terminus which is an interchange station with the tram. And that's it. That's the line so far. I have no terminuses planned as of now, so it's still pretty much in its early phases. So yeah, now let's go back to Central Station. So we're now going to talk about the 202 and the 102. Starting off with the 202 because it has less progress. So the 202, it will leave its terminus, go right along this road, and it will stop at Cloudy Way. Nothing special. Ouch. Then it will go on the right turn on this small road into this tunnel that goes underneath all this rail, which is National Rail, International Rail, and Light Rail. And then it will do a left turn, and so far it will terminate at Cloudy Way, Monty Way, which serves these office buildings, and that's pretty much it. And now for the 102, it does the exact same thing. Goes to Cloudy Way, takes a left turn, go into this tunnel, but then it will take a right turn into this Placement Street, Gother Road. Then it will go along this road, and then it will go at this interchange. It will go right onto the small road, pretty small. It will take a turn and then end up here at Drake Street, which serves this little community of poor people, because they are allowed to have public transportation as well. Then the bus will leave, go this way, get back onto the main road, and end up at the bus station Monty Way, which serves these buildings right here and has a little lovely park right here. And then if we go along this road again, it will stop at Flower Way, which is again, an interchange station for the light rail and ring line services right here. And it'll serve this little area right here. Then it'll go a right turn, go straight along this road, which is Flower Way, by the way. And then it will stop at Aqua Street Flower Way, which is interchange, which you can interchange into the airport bus lines. But it will go straight past this beautiful forest on the right, and then stop here at Yulee Street Flower Way, which so far only serves this office building, but it will serve some more apartment blocks right here, and maybe some right there. But after that, it will go straight, and it will follow with the tram, go over this lovely, beautiful bridge right here. Going over the bridge. Then it will go do a right turn, and then stop at Houseway Flower Way, which is an interchange station with the tram. Then it will just go continue along, ignore this bus station, and it will go straight to this bus station, which is Cutley Road, which has pretty much no development. So let's talk about some other small lines that have pretty much zero progress made on them. If you're wondering what those background noises are, that's just my chair. So the 693 currently starts at Eiler Road, which is this pretty much stranded bus stop. And it will go left. It will stop at Cotley Road, which we have already talked about. It will go straight, and then it will go right. And this is so far its terminus, which is Ulmer Road. Progress 0. Like, none of it. No terminus is planned so far. So now we'll talk about the 289 and the X28, which run along this coastal road. So it will go from Gulf Way to its second terminus. I haven't thought of, but yeah, this is where it currently starts, which is House Bay Flower Way. Then it will pretty much be like the X70, like the 744. It will go straight. Cotler Road, the X28 will not stop either here, but the 28 will stop on those stops, and both bus lines will stop here at Houseway, which is an interchange station to the light rail, and it will serve this pedestrian road right here, which will be like a little plaza area. But then it continues its way straight, go along this big and long interchange, and its current terminus is Houseway 58, where it currently stops. And it serves these little houses right here. And this is actually a terminus for this bus line. So the 198 will start from Houseway 58 to... I actually cannot remember, but there is I think a bus going to its terminus. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it will start here on this little roundabout, so it can do a loop, then go into this bus stop to actually start its route. Then it will go along this road, and now what's kind of special about this line, it will go left onto the highway on this kind of hideous looking bridge, but it's acceptable. It'll just follow the highway a bit, be in traffic, just hating life, going through the center. Then it will have to slow down here because of the 50 zone, because it will straight up exit right here, go left, and stop at Aqua Street, which we already have talked about. Then it will continue on going straight. Then it will go right onto this this dotted bus lane, which will be only in operation when there's something special going on in this stadium, which it will then stop at Olympic Square, which serves this Olympic Stadium, which is currently under renovation, and this planetarium. And it's an interchange station to the tram. But after that, it'll go left this way, passing the bus and tram depot, which is still under construction as of recording. And then it will stop so far, it will terminate at Yulee Street Flowerway, which is an interchange station with the tram. And that's the 198. Now let's move on to the next bus stop. Bus lines. I'm saying a lot of bus in this video. So we are now here at Beach Park, which is, as you guessed it, a terminus for the beach. And there are currently two lines, the 619 and the 589. We'll talk about the 589 first because it's the newest line as of now, and it has a lesser progress than the 619. So it starts off here, it will go right onto this small road, and it will go right again, going this way, and it will stop here at Yulee Square, which serves this square right here. I hate that building, by the way. That yellow building, I want to tear it down. But after that, it will pretty much just go straight all the way to Central Street, Yulee Street, which is pretty much stranded. It will serve these little shops right here, but that's pretty much it. Moving on, it will continue on going straight. Then it will go right to Olympic Square, which we already have talked about. It will go on and on, on and on. Then it will go to the right. And after a little while, it will turn left again onto 344th Street, which it will stop here at Kindergarten Aquafish, because it serves this kindergarten right here. That's it so far. There might be some development over there, but I'm not sure. But moving on, after that, we'll go right and go to Flowerway, and that's pretty much it for this line right now. Now let's go into the 619. Alright, the final bus line on the network, the 619, that goes from Beach Park to Pastry, I think. I don't know. But it'll start here at Beach Park. It'll go right, go straight to the Yulee Center, which it will stop at, which is Yulee Street. Even though this isn't Yulee Street. That street over there, that's Yulee Street. But this is not Yulee Street, but it's still called Yulee Street because of the Yulee Center. Probably doesn't make sense, but who cares? It serves a shopping center. Then it will go right on this turn. There's a hospital, which is its next stop, which is Hill Street because of the hospital. And this is Hill Street, alright? It serves this apartment block that I just plopped in with the structure block. And there's a construction site over there. So, yeah. And we'll go and continue. Go left along this tram track a bit. And then it will stop on this Aqua Street right here. Then it will traverse into its traffic, which will cause congestion. Then it will go into the next stop, which is Central Street, which serves the CFC Tower right here. And the cinema, and that's it. Then it follows this road along. It'll pretty much follow this road in its entire path. We'll go on to stop at Central Street, then Cloudy away over there, then Central Street Magma Road, just a little bit further back, which is right there. already have shown you that because of the 162. Then, so far, it will follow this beautiful patch of grass, which there will be apartment blocks on and stuff, you know. Then it will stop here at Power Plaza, which is an interchange station to the light rail yet again. Here it is. It's pretty much serves nothing at the moment, but there will be like a plaza area right here, and that's it. Just joking, it continues. It continues underneath these rails, and now we are outside of the city right now. As you can see here, there's the welcoming sign. So now we're beyond New Minecrafia. We'll follow this countryside, this country road a bit. That is quite long, and this is where it currently stops. Taller Road, which is an interchange station to the light rail again, which serves the depot for the light rail. And then after that, it will go left, and then we'll go to Toller Town and stuff. But that's so far the entire bus network. Man, it took long to record all the lines and talking about them. So now let's talk about the reroutings. So far, the only major reroute is on the 620, which, because of this accident, it will follow this certain path on this way towards Placement Street. Instead of going straight as usual, it will go to the right, follow this bus lane, go into Aqua Street. At the Aqua Street interchange, it will go to the right, follow this street, and then just terminate at Placement Street as normal. And that's pretty much the only major reroute. Stops that are not accessible currently are Placement Street and Fazbear Street. If people wanna terminate at these stops, they will just stay on the bus during its terminus routine stuff. Then it will just go back towards these two stops and continue along the line. And that's it of the bus network. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed it, then press the like button to let me know. And if you don't want to miss any videos, press subscribe, click that bell, and set it to all. Okay? That means you will never miss any videos. But with that all said, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye! Among Us. Oh, wait a second.
Damn.
Go back to